Alright, I think the best way to start this video off is with my telescope. This is my Viken A80MF. This one, as you can tell, does not have a motorized tripod mount. And that is because when I did a post on one of my Facebook groups, I'll be posting this to to a few forums I'm on to get mass opinions on the two DSLRs I'm looking at. I'm starting it off with this here because, as you now know, I do not have a motorized mount. So please keep this in mind when you're suggesting anything more or whatnot. So, the camera I have right now is this one right here. It's the Canon SX620HS. Sorry, I guess I have a little bit of dyslexia, so I really can't properly see words and whatnot. But for a simple point and shoot and taking pictures of the moon and whatnot, this thing's fantastic. But as to be expected, it's kind of bad at taking pictures of stars and whatnot. I mean, it can take pictures of the stars, but let's see, how am I going to word this? It really doesn't come out well. And of course, I'll be posting these pictures below and whatnot. Or I mean, in the thread thing or whatever. So this is supposed to be a double star system. The winter Bomnio, or how you pronounce it. As you can tell, well, you really can't due to the reflection and whatnot, but it's basically just like a orange and blue smudge compared to what I'm actually looking through the naked eye. And that's about like a 3 or so second exposure. And of course, since I don't have a motorized mount, if I do more like a 15-second exposure which is the max exposure this thing can do, I get streaking. So, that's why I'm looking at a DSLR. I was first looking at this one due to the price. This is the max price we can pay, or that we can put out and whatnot. I cannot get a $400, $500 plus DSLR, and unfortunately, I can't use eBay or the Facebook marketplace and whatnot. It has to either be through a brick and mortar store or Amazon. So I was initially looking at this one here, but due to the comments, most people thought I had a motorized mount, and were telling me that this camera won't work with some type of program that I know nothing about. And I just want something that I can just simply hook up to my telescope and just let it sit for do like a 3-second exposure of like a few stars, so I can just somewhat get myself used to everything before I start forking over $1,000+ for a motorized mount. And of course, if I ever get a motorized mount, that's probably gonna be like a year. That's gonna be like a year away, because this is gonna be one heck of a purchase. Of course, for most people, this is like just pocket change, but unfortunately for me and my family, this really isn't pocket change. So if I get something like this, it has to be one that can do the trick. So the other one I was actually looking at was a refurb from Amazon. It's this one right here, or this particular type. And that's because I just Googled in the name and typed in astronomy, or however you pronounce it. And I saw a few very beautiful photos. Of course, those are with motorized. That is, of course, with a motorized tripod. Good grief, can't speak right. And a refurb is definitely a bit cheaper. It's still a fairly big price tag for me and my family, but this is slightly more doable. I'm thinking I'll go for this one due to this one being a Canon product, and people were saying to get a Canon when I did this post, but they were telling me to get like a Canon T3, which is like $600. Let me see. Okay, $400. It's actually cheaper used. Okay. Well then, I think what I'm going to do is that since I'm horrible at doing long paragraphs, trying to explain everything, I'm just going to post this video and then just those two pictures I took of the winter Bamu, or how I pronounce it again, with this camera here so you can get a general idea what it's like. And then I'll let you guys do more of the research as I do some, because I'll be posting this to a place that knows way more about this stuff than I do. So apparently I can get a real good one for under $300. And if I can get a good DSLR off Amazon like these ones here, if not better, for around the same price like this of course will be the maximum. This will be more of what we want to pay. Hopefully someone can properly suggest something. Now please keep in mind again, I can't use eBay, I can't use Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, I think I may have just had my mic covered for a heap ton of this video. So yeah. Also, I'm going to end this, actually I'm not going to end it here, but I'll also be using this camera for general photo photography of like my cats, my fish, general YouTube videos too, since I'm currently using my cell phone. If I have something like this, doing videos with something like this will be a lot more better and the quality will be more superior. And the one other thing I want to end this video on is, if I end up getting a good DSLR like I'm hoping, I'll have to get a DSLR mounting system for my particular telescope here. And this is what I'm going to end this video on. And that's because due to the way this telescope is designed, this telescope will not function properly without this 90-degree prism eyepiece here. And how did I know this? I popped my pulsar out, and I just slapped it directly to this, and it would just not autofocus at all, no matter how far or how forward I put back on the adjustment knob. Good grief, can't speak. It would not autofocus at all. So I'm thinking I need to get some type of Browler lens, I believe is how you pronounce it. I know what it is, I just don't know how to properly pronounce it. So I think I need to get myself a T-clamp and a Browler lens, and attach that lens to this thing, basically mimicking this, and then attach the T-clamp to the DSLR, and then attach it to the Browler. Again, this is something totally new to me, so I want to understand. So I want to know if I have the general idea down, or if I just need to get a simple T-ring for this thing, like some people were saying, and just slap the DSLR directly to the camera. And I really don't want to attach the DSLR to this to the 90 degree here, because I have no idea how much weight this thing here can actually hold before breaking off. So I think I'm going to end this video here, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more input on the cameras I'm looking at, and someone can even somehow find me a good DSLR off Amazon for even cheaper. Of course, I know nothing about DSLRs, even though I took photo photography back in high school, but that was like, what, 06? I mean, not 06, like what, 09 or something like that? So, the tech for DSLRs has changed significantly since I took my photo photography class back in high school. So, I'm way out of the loop when it comes to DSLRs. Even more way out of the loop when it comes to DSLR for astrophotography and whatnot. So I'll just let the people that know what they're talking about chime in, and hopefully I can figure something out.